is a golden opportunity for me to tell you more about our little flock, Mr. Carter.
Actually, I just called in for some papers. I have to be at the hospital.
There's Chauncey, for instance. She is given to violence, you know.
Yes.
She has 3 ex-husbands, all of whom she has at one time or another duffed up.
Yes, I have been reading their reports.
She wanted to do a karate course to marry her mind with her body, but I didn't encourage her. It would only have meant she could disable them in one blow instead of several.
Best not, I think.
Dora, of course, keeps throwing herself out of windows. Not high ones, you understand, but she has an amazing ability to make it look as though she came from the roof.
Yes, right.
And we have Millie. Now, Millie, amongst other things, is light-fingered. Trivial items like biros and toothbrushes. But now she's obsessed with the wonder of her body, and it's very hard to wiggle with your coat lining full of pharmaceutical goodies, isn't it? And there's Lena, well-brought-up girl, boarding school, father's a mason, that sort of thing. Now she...
Pulls communication cords. Yes, I know.
In an effort to cure her, we set up one in the living room. When she pulled it, it clanged a bell in the kitchen, but I had to take it down because people kept scolding themselves. Now, where has Hetty got to?
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Yes, we know that, dear. We need to speak about Hetty.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Tilston. I'll be able to make a better assessment after the therapy.
Right, off you go! I suppose they just want to be noticed. We all want to be noticed, don't we, Mr. Carter? I keep telling them, if you come into his heart, you will go forth into his love. He that cometh, goeth, Mr. Carter.
Keep that spirit going, keep that spirit lifted. 1 and 2 and 3 and prepare to break and stop! Where's Hetty? Will someone go and disentangle her, please? Really, Hetty, you must learn to leave go of your umbrella when you meet with opposition, especially if it's a tree. Now, I suppose you're wondering what these little exercises are about. Well, I'll tell you. I have discovered 2 things in life. First, him. Second, nature. If you believe in the first and feast your eyes upon the second, then you have found the key to happiness. Ah, that's what I like to see, an inquiring mind. Yes, Dora?
I want a wee.
Didn't you go before we left?
Yes.
So why do you want to go again?
Well, I don't know, dear. Does anyone here know why?
Oh, all right, go on then. Choose a place where there are no wildflowers, will you? I want the rest of you to sit down and take in the glorious beauty that surrounds you. I will, meanwhile, do a little up and jogging down the lane, and when I return, we will have a discussion about what we have mentally and spiritually gained from this little outing.
Any advance on the word knackered?
I mean, how can anyone be that jolly? I bet if the world went up in a nuclear puff, she'd sit on top of that mushroom singing God is full of wondrous words.
It's her hormones. They can all be measured by our hormones. She must be churning them out like a Smarties factory.
It's no good. She put me off with all that talk about wildflowers.
Look, she's stopped. She always stops down there, have you noticed?
Can't sort her out. She's a funny woman.
Maybe it's just her gob that's happy. Maybe the rest of us depressed like us.
No, she's got it all sorted. The only man in her life is him. She doesn't have to cook for him or clean for him. Not like those northern women have to for their husbands.
Like they're married to a sailor.
Yes, except that this one doesn't come home on leave.
Yeah, but what about sex?
She just thinks about it. Right.
Poor cow.
Mr. Gillespie.
Oh, God, look out. She's off again. Annika Rice in thermals. You need a new umbrella. Well, suit yourself if you want to go through life looking like a lampshade. And you look as though you're going to do a post-mortem. Why don't you just muck in with the rest of us?
I think the word muck answers that one.
Let him come hither. Everything in order? What exactly is that?
It's a sort of soup.
What do you mean exactly, a sort of soup?
Well, it began as vegetable soup, and then I overdid the lentils, so it became lentil soup. Then I added some potatoes, so it became stew. So I put it in a liquidizer, hoping it would turn back into soup, but by then it looked more like a milkshake. So it's a sort of soup.
And what is this?
That's a chocolate roundabout.
It looks like a contraceptive device.
Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion?
They've gone, all of them. They've gone.
Who put your hair through the fast spin?
It's my new approach to life. You got to start with the hair.
Will you be working your way down to your bum?
Oh, get to me. From now on, I'm beautiful. And my bum, as you put it, is an essential part of my newfound womanhood.
Don't tell me. It's a cactus. No. It's a curly lettuce. No. It's something found growing in the cellar. Oh, my God, it's Millie. Hello.
She's been reborn.
Oh, she took her earrings off first.
You see, you're all so cynical. You're all so down. Well, I'm not having any more of that.
I'm going to be positive about my life. I'm going to go out there and lasso every silver cloud, every opportunity, every golden moment. I'm going to think extraordinary, see amazing, hear ecstatic.
So what are you going to do about Gerald?
Well, just ignore him, won't I? Be easy enough. Get more conversation out of a talking weighing machine.
I can't understand why you married him in the first place.
Well, I was young, wasn't I, and silly. And plain.
So what's different?
I'll tell you what's different. My mind, that's what's different. When I look in the mirror now, it sees what I want it to see. All I've got to do now is have the same effect when I look at Gerald. Mind you, he looked better when he had all his hair. Like a trifle looks better when it has a cherry. He's a nice man, really. I want you all to know that.
Yeah, well, no one likes to admit when they've dinged the wrong dong.
And he doesn't argue or shout, and he's really very kind. We've got this canary, you see, and every morning he tweets at it. Well, not every man can be bothered to tweet at a canary, can they?
No.
And he does have this problem with his teeth. Buck teeth, they used to call him at school.
So what has that got to do with anything?
Well, it's not easy to tweet, is it, when your teeth are way ahead of the rest of you?
So, how are you going to launch this new image of yours? I mean, will it be subtle, or are we going to have Tina Turner every day for luncheon?
I've never understood the word subtle. It's like trying to seduce somebody by taking all your clothes off behind a fire door.
Hi there. Please don't stop eating. I just wanted to say that the therapy group will be held in the living room at 3:30. All right.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
His voice is like milk chocolate.
I like his back. It talks to you. Love me, it says. I am burdened with life. Hold me. Comfort me.
It never says a word to me.
No, well, to feel these things, you have to have insight and perception. And lust.
Thank you, Mrs. Tilston. That was brilliant. Now, What I thought I might do today, just to get us off on an honest footing, is to invite you, one at a time, to stand up and tell the rest of us what really annoys you, what makes you angry, what gets you here. Now, that'll give me an insight into what makes you tick. And perhaps it'll also start to release any tension that's lurking about there inside you.
Oh, super.
I don't want you to hold back, all right?
God, he's gorgeous.
I won't mention names, but will a certain person in the room button up her blouse, please? Thank you, anonymous person.
Right. We'll start with whoever wants to start. Anybody?
Come along, come along.
I hate wire coat hangers and supermarkets. You know, those terrible little trolleys, the really vindictive ones that always want to turn left.
And face powder that goes yellow when you put the second layer on.
Oh, and those ridiculous ads, you know, the ones that promise you this prompt delivery to ecstasy in a desert in a tent with a sun-soaked Bedouin, and then they reveal some piddling little car you won't be seen dead in.
I hate people who stare, you know. You're sitting on a train and they stare, and I think, what are they staring at? Have I got two heads? Am I dribbling? I know they think I'm fat. That's what it is. Poor cow. Isn't she gross? Isn't she mega gigantic? No wonder the universe is dying. It's the vibration. She's an environmental hazard.
And road diggers. Don't you just hate road diggers? They stand there leering at you as you pass, their bums clambering over the tops of their trousers. Testosterone oozing out of their pores and huge muscles pulsating.
All right, Millie, that's
The thing that really gets me here is that as you get older, you begin to plan the rest of your journey. You know, you scrimp and you save all your experiences, your childhood memories, your gathered injustices, and you store them all in this little safe purse of wisdom. And then, just as you're able to put one foot in front of the other, somebody comes along and steals the whole bloody bag.
No swearing, please. This is therapy, not blasphemy.
The thing that gets to me, actually, is the Pope. I have never heard a sensible sentence come from that balcony yet.
That's because he's speaking Latin, dear.
And what is all this crap about love? I mean, what is love? Can anybody tell me?
It's a form of insanity that graduates from your brain to your knickers.
Exactly.
So I get off the train and I'm thinking, I'm fat, my whole life's ruined.
I mean, he's celibate, for God's sake. I can't think how he comes to have so much power over all those randy Italians.
Love! It stifles reason and decision.
Right, so who wants it? I mean, who wants it?
All of us, I suspect.
Men are to blame.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's men who are to blame. And Eddington.
They're liars and they're cheats and they're sugar-coated bastards.
Yes, down with love, I say, and down with men.
Yes, down with love and down with men.
Down with love and down with men.
Yes, down with love and down with men. 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 Down with love and down with men.
And loneliness. Down with loneliness.
I think that just about covers everything. Hello, Sandfield Therapy Centre, can I help? I'm afraid Lena is out at the moment. Who? Oh, Eddington, yes, the one that rings every 5 minutes and never turns up. Right, I'll give her the message. This weekend, you say? Thank you. What an arrogant young man. I'll bet he spends all his time shooting baby rabbits and impregnating the servants. Hello?
Hello.
Mr. Gillespie.
I can't wait to see you.
You see me all the time.
It's not enough. I'll talk to you tonight. Usual time.
Usual place.
Yes, usual place.
Bye.
Bye, my darling. Bye.
Oh, Mr. Gillespie. Mr. Carter, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm almost finished here anyway.
I love flowers,
Yes.
especially yellow ones.
Yes.
They make a room look as if the sun's out.
They do, yes.
I was slim once. Not thin, mind, but rounded, and my hair was long. Mr. Gillespie used to say he would always remember the feel of my hair. I don't know what we're going to do with Hetty, do you?
She certainly has a problem. It's a question of time, I suppose. Time and trust.
I'm very fond of them, you know. Oh, yes. I think they have been deprived of one essential ingredient in life, the ability to be alone, Mr. Carter. It's a cruel word, but it touches us all.
I know what you mean, Mrs. Slauson.
They don't seem to be able to cope unless they have a man crawling along behind them, preferably on his stomach. I think between them they have made jelly babies out of half the local male population, and the hit list grows, Mr. Carter. Millie's husband, for instance, has only the guillotine to look forward to. Dory's waiting like a fox on a grassy bank to spring at a young man's throat. Lena will no doubt use other tactics, like getting Daddy to export him to Rangoon. And Chauncey simply headbutts them into the nearest hospital.
A formidable group indeed.
If you can face life by yourself and march fearlessly through the flak, then you are whole, Mr. Carter. Put that in your report. Mr. Gillespie had somewhat the same colour eyes as you, Mr. Carter. A shade more lively, perhaps.
Will this do?
I prefer the suit.
Oh, the flowery one.
Not the flowery one. It makes her look like a hanging basket.
You've been doing exercises to keep your breasts in the top half of your body. Let him see the results.
I don't want to look like a tart.
Why not? It'll speed things up.
There's my velvet top.
Well, let's see that then.
It's crimson crushed velvet, 1920s. Mummy bought it at an antique fair last year in Guildford.
Look, we're not asking you to fill in a form. Will you just get on with it?
Right. Super.
See how inhibited she is? She's off to Brighton for a filthy weekend with Eddington. I bet she spent all morning stapling her knickers on.
Don't let her kid you. Those posh ones are like trapeze artists in bed.
The poor man's going to need a life support machine when it's over.
I know what Gerald will say when he sees my new image.
What?
He'll look at my red lipstick, my false nails, my wild hair, and he'll say, "Is that a new frock you've got on?"
I don't like the bow.
Everybody's wearing them.
Well, yeah, everybody under 17.
All right, so I'm no teenager. My face is on its way to its own funeral and my body's giving way to the force of gravity. Does that mean I have to deny myself of all available embellishments and disguises?
No, just bows. Big red bows.
I've told you, I'm coming alive. And it's got nothing to do with you if I want to plait my pubics.
Why don't you go the whole hog and have dreadlocks?
I don't know why I'm going home this weekend anyway. Gerald will be sitting there with his stomach oozing through his shirt and the telly kicker super glued to his hand, and at bedtime he won't just get into bed. Oh, no. He'll take all his clothes off first and do the muscle man act. It's like watching a horror movie.
Duncan was always really shy about his appendage. He used to race around the room clutching it in both hands as if it was going to drop off.
Yeah, Bill and Derek were a bit like that, but Stephen did everything but have it floodlit.
Still, it was something to go home for, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hetty's coming home with me this weekend. You never know, we might find out who did it.
You're not seeing Duncan?
No?
Is he still seeing your best friend?
Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? We never get what we long for. I'd give the world to find out that Gerald was seeing my best friend.
How about this?
Wow, that is the one.
It's brilliant.
I'll put a brooch here, of course, and I'll wear a little chiffon scarf and jacket.
All you need now is a do not disturb notice and you've cracked it.
One has to be dignified.
Why?
That's what Mummy always said. Darling, she said, no matter what you are doing, be dignified.
How can you be dignified when you're at it like a couple of road drills?
I don't see sex like that. I see it as a profound and poignant act.
Oh, it is? As long as you can stop yourself from laughing.
Right. This is it then. I'll go and get ready. Thank you for guiding me. I'm usually quite self-sufficient, but glimpsing your more down-to-earth, somewhat more common approach to life has opened my rather blinkered eyes.
Well, my theory is if you've missed the bus yourself, why stop others from catching it?
You're really awfully nice people, all of you. It's hard to believe you're all a bit unbalanced.
Ah, there you are. Everybody okay? Weekend's all sorted out?
I'm going home to doom and despair.
Hetty and me are spending the weekend at my place.
I'm going to see Eddington.
Good, good. Well, you're all settled then. I'll see you on Monday.
I'm not going anywhere. Well, I mean, you know, when he said, good, you're all settled, then I'm simply saying that I'm not going anywhere. I've got things to do here.
I have some paperwork to do myself here. Desks littered with paper. Anyway, have a nice time.
Thank you.
Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Is he gay, do you think?
He's about as gay as a heavy goods vehicle.
Just that he doesn't seem to notice things.
Like what?
Well, my cleavage for a start.
Maybe he's got more serious things to think about.
Believe me, my cleavage is deadly serious. I wonder if he's married. He never says.
Oh, I'll bet she's sitting there at home with a detonator wired up to his underpants.
Yeah, well, if I'm taking you to the station, you've got 10 minutes to get ready.
From their labour's rest. So you're all migrating to the bosoms of your dear ones. Well, give or take an exaggeration or two. Now, I want you back here on Monday morning, and I want you up and dashing, all right?
Yes.
Right.
And I want the good name of this house upheld. Not that it's easy with the space between Millie's hemline and her chin getting smaller and smaller by the day. Anyway, off you go.
Bye.
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 Oh, well, up and dashing.
Thanks for the lift, Chancy. Will you be all right? We're all deserting you.
I'll be fine. Don't worry.
See you.
Bye.
I have some paperwork to do myself here.
Oh,
Searching returns on Carlton next Thursday night at the same time of 9:30.